What's up, everybody? Brett here, and I'm back today playing some more Darkest Dungeon. And yeah, so for me, guys, it's been like at least a week, 7 days since I played. If you're wondering why there was such a big gap in between Darkest Dungeon content for that week there, it's basically due purely to recording issues and upload issues to YouTube mainly. For some reason, our second part of our Endless run would not upload. I think it might have just been the size of the file at the end of the day. I edited it, chopped it up a little bit in different ways. It still wouldn't upload. I've uploaded much bigger files before to YouTube with no problem. And I tried using different browsers. I tried like everything you can do on different computers. At the end of the day, it was just YouTube. Something about the file itself was no bueno. I would leave it trying to upload for days and it just wouldn't. So finally I was able to do it the other day, I think mostly through pure luck, and I was happy to get you guys those two videos. And I went ahead and did them in the same day. That way, you know, for those of you who are kind of missing the content, you could gorge yourselves on it if you wanted, and that would be fun. So, but now we're back, and a bit refocused. I was missing some Darkest Dungeon in my life. I couldn't quite put my finger on what was bothering me, but that was it. So, we've got a team together here. Let's go ahead and get that Malignant Mutation and the Hellforged Chains. We've got Mad Hatter in here, we've got Raveno, we've got Ross, and of course Brett. And we are going to go into, let's upgrade everything. We're going to go into the, yes, that as well. Whatever, I use pretty much everything on the Mad Hatter at some point. But today we are going to go into the Cove and see if we can't hunt down the Thing. I forget what the name of the actual full name of it is. The Thing from the Stars. And the crew that we're going to use has a name, and it's pretty awesome. We of Little Faith. I love that. I'm not sure why the Man-at-Arms is considered a man of little faith. Maybe it's something to do in his backstory that I don't remember. But we're going to go into one of these short veteran dungeons. We've got, you know, a mix of level 2s and 3s, which generally I think I would want to have all 3s at least going into here, but we've got the upgrades we need, we've got great items, and this particular build has a lot of synergy. So we've got the stun, which is kind of mostly what I care about in Bolster, because you need stress relief whenever you're running an Occultist and an Abomination in the same party. So that helps, Bolster helps with that, plus the stun. I think that's a pretty major part of this. We've got another stun here, and we've got the Bile, the Blight attacks, which is great versus the Fishmen. And we have the ability to move a little bit. So we have the ability to move forward twice there. We can move forward here, and then we'll save the Jester's explanation for last. And here, you know, the Occultist is just good in this scenario because he's got his abilities to crush Eldritch, and that's what we're going to want him for. But also worth noting, I brought the stun as well, so we have 3 forms of stun. But also worth noting that thanks to the infestation being high, the odds of us fighting just tons of Eldritch is going to be actually lower. Odds are we're going to fight a ton of Bloodsuckers in any dungeon we go into. And once we pick up maybe 1 or 2 more of the invitations, this is a good time to farm them. Because actually in my other playthrough right now that I have, I basically stopped playing right when I got to the final boss of the game. I have 2 bosses left to beat. I've beaten everything else in the game. I have the final boss, which I'm not going to spoil, and the final boss of the courtyard. And I've gotten really deep into her level, and I ran out of invitations. And it's going to take a long time for me to farm them. So what I realized was that I really want to get a surplus of these invitations. And at the moment, nobody's even currently cursed, which is just unbelievable. We're at like day or week 43, I think, and no one is cursed yet. So it's really crazy. So we can afford to take on a few cursed characters while we farm invitations because we have such a huge surplus of blood. So okay, all that stuff out of the way. My idea for the Jester today is to make good use of his finale. So it's an ability we haven't really seen yet. Whenever he's not working towards that, he'll just be using Battle Ballad and Inspiring Tune. So increasing his own finale. But you'll notice as he uses his abilities, each one of these has a percentage at the bottom that says finale plus so much percentage of damage, right? Or crit. And basically the idea is he moves to the front and then uses finale, and he just wrecks somebody for massive damage. It's like a guaranteed kill. So, you know, you use his abilities a little bit in the opening stages of the battle, you buff your team, you know, you cure someone of a little bit of stress, then you pop solo, and he moves forward 3 spots. So he moves all the way forward, and then the next turn you would use finale and just insta-kill somebody. So that's the general idea. It also causes plus 100% stress, minus, it gives him like a terrible debuff, you'll see at the bottom. But this gives him a great buff. So, you know, there's a lot going on there. You know, as I think about it, it might be better. I like Crush's reliability. Let's get rid of Retribution and get Defender. And in that way, if we ever feel like the Jester's in trouble, we can protect him. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. So for the Jester, if you're just trying to buff his finale, something like Critical Dice is great because it lends, once again, more towards the crit. Bright Tambourine is an awesome item on him. Just trying to see if there's anything else. This wants your Torchlight to be low. This wants your Torchlight to be high. And this is also a nice buff to his stress skills, but also causes him more stress. Let's go for the easy figures first. We'll do that. Just increased healing. The A-bomb. What do we do for him? We have plenty of his, like, very particular items. Increases damage and speed and lower his health. And then we could just buff his health. I don't mind that. We have slightly better items, but that's okay. And then we can do this here and just straight up give the Man-at-Arms that good 25% protection. Just gotta make sure we keep our Torchlight high for this fight. And then I guess here we'll just go for the dice. I think that's fine. Alright guys, that's enough prep. Just thought I'd share that with you. This is the first time we use the Jester as a more offensive character in this way. It's not my preferred way to do it because he's very, like, unreliable. I think, honestly, the best way to use a Jester in a finale build is to have multiple Jesters. I think you have to have all 4 Jesters, and it's Fools Rush In. It's one of my favorite groups. I remember doing it and just destroying whenever I did. I was shocked. I was just like, holy crap. There's no healing, but you kill everything so quickly that I was able just to run over a dungeon, and I thought that was amazing. But going into the cove, you want extra shovels, even though this is a short dungeon, but that's because, you know, we use shovels to open up barnacle encrusted chests and things like that. Let's bring a few extra torches because we have the Bright Tambourine. And if I seem a little bit, you know, frazzled, guys, I am a little bit. And that's just because I haven't played in like a week. I don't think we need a lot of holy water. Let's just embark. We're hoping to catch the thing from the stars. It's a dangerous boss. I think we can beat it, though. He's very tanky, if memory serves. I actually don't remember exactly what he does. I think he has some stress elements.
The smell of rotting fish is
and he's
almost
super
unbearable.
tanky or dodgy. So we don't have to go to this room. We could just straight up go here, and that would be the end of the dungeon. But knowing what's behind us is a pretty good way of knowing whether or not we need to continue once we get into the longer stages of the dungeon. Holy crap. Thank you, I guess? The game just gave us a jute tapestry from a fish. That's 4,500 gold. Right off the bat, with blood and jade. If you add all this together, the game just gave us like 5k gold and some blood. That's crazy. So here we'll just start off with the battle ballad.
A time to
give ourselves some big crit.
beyond one's limits.
Go for the stun here. And we'll go for the stun there as well. Dang, resisted. Okay. I brought the stun on the occultist just to have triple stun. I think if you're going to go any stun at all, having lots of it can be very effective. No, let's just get the kill.
Masterfully executed.
Happy for that. Are we already accumulating stress? That's crazy. So at some point here, we're going to use him for his finale. But you see here, it's up to 60% damage. And it lasts for a little while.
Slowly,
it says 7 rounds.
Gently. This is how a life is taken.
Alright. And the wide mouth is dead. And I think it takes him on his 3rd turn is when he explodes. So you generally have 2 turns to kill him. And he's pretty slow. And if we land the stun here, we'd be super safe. So really, the longer the fight goes, the better the fight it is for us.
As the enemy crumbles.
We're just swimming in blood and gems. Got to keep the torchlight high for that tambourine. And we get a scout. Happy to see that, especially if we were to reveal a secret room. But a trap, that's worth it. I wonder if you can see the thing from the stars. It probably just looks like a battle, like everything else. So, oh man, what did we do last time? I think one time we... Actually, it doesn't show that we've ever interacted with this. The Bass Relief. I think if you hit this thing with a shovel, you screw yourself. I'm trying to remember. Cove, Curios. Some of these are very obscure, and some of them are very much worth leaving alone. I think if you hit this thing with a shovel, like, you're just done. So don't ever do that. I don't even have to, like, look that up or anything. I just know that. Just checking everyone's quirks. In case this... I think this thing has quirk related. That's probably why I can't remember very well. And he had the fewest, like, quirks. So he got deadly. Plus 2% crit. Very cool. That's one of those ones that's probably worth locking in. Okay. I tried burning this one time. I don't think you can interact with this at all. Other than to open it. We didn't try holy water. Let's just use one. Nope. Definitely not going to use a key. Let's just open it, try and get another invitation, and hope not to get cursed. The supplicants have really high stun resistance, but the gatekeeper doesn't. Nice. We may want to switch the jester and the occultist so that we can use our knife. Alright, let's kill him. He's pretty fast.
Broken. Maintain the offensive. A singular strike.
Wow, completely wasted. That sucks. Let's switch him up. Here we go. So we'll just make use of the finale. So I can show you guys what it looks like and what it does. You can get those numbers huge though. I mean, you can put the finale damage in the several hundreds. let's go here. But you look at the hero damage, 17 to 27, and it's a very accurate ability.
Annihilated.
And now he goes to the back and he gives himself a debuff for one battle. So you can't spam it. I think there was a time when you could. I don't know if this debuff was always here or this severe.
Continue the onslaught.
But this is how our formation should be.
Them all.
And here's our invitation. Nice. Let's shuffle and then intentionally shuffle this way. Okay, what are we looking at here? 50, 60, 60, and I thought the Jester was better than the rest of these, but he's still gonna get wrecked.
Carelessness will find no clemency in this place.
I don't like that. Let's just get rid of that debuff. That's a pretty bad one. If we run into some sort of boss level creature, we're gonna be happy not to have that on us. We don't have any anti-venom. I think I just totally forgot to bring some. Let's see what this is. Yeah, another Journal of Darius. Seen him.
Another mariner. Another misfortune.
Let's keep on going. Okay. A shuffle sucks, but we are fairly resistant to that. We have the ability to move forward on a lot of our characters. So for instance, we'll use the shield. It's probably fine. Big damage for a healer to do. We can charge forward. If we get the stun, we break the guard. Nice. We'll do one of those. And now when we finale on this guy, 44 damage. We shuffle our party back into its appropriate positioning. Pretty slick. That's why it's always tricky to bring a Jester.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Because you really want to do it whenever you have a party that can... A zero, seriously. A party that can shuffle itself. Which we can definitely do.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
We're just going to need to start pumping out the stress heals now. Let's stun this thing so it can stop spamming that ability on us. Okay, Ravino has been absolutely trash as a healer so far. Our stress relief should be great.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
I don't even know what the odds are on that, guys. Like, we have anything from 0 to, like, I don't know, like 30 or something that we can possibly heal. And we've landed multiple 0s and multiple 2s. So take from that what you will about the RNG happening here.
A faint hope blossoms.
See if we can land another stun and maybe get some extra stress healing off of the Jester. If they're going to damage anyone, I prefer it to be Brett, because he does have his self-healing. Okay. But he caused the bleed.
The blood quickens.
Alright. We're moving. We're in a little bit of a dangerous position. Yeah, we need to finish this fight quickly. The game wants us not to cheese it. And if we start trying to cheese it and it can tell, it'll make us pay for that. So,
Precision and
Unfortunately, the
power.
last guy left on the field is a tank, so it might take us a minute to burn through. Especially if we are, you know, healing. That's the type of thing we've been looking for. But we need to try and kill this thing this turn. I just don't know if we can.
A momentary abatement.
Alright, are they going to come this turn? It might be the next one. Okay, we're good. If memory serves, it basically just summons up like a whole new army. Did we already use Finale this battle? I don't remember doing that. Or can you only use Finale so many times in a run? If that's the
As
case, I
victories
hate
mount,
that.
so too will resistance.
I hope that's not the case. I will say, however, we did pick up another jute tapestry, which is crazy. And we could probably eat this food. Open this up.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Alright, we've got a couple battles. A pretty tough one too, but I'm happy to get the surprise. I need to check this though. So we have 1 use per battle? That seems wrong to me. Blight is super effective versus the maggots. Let's just get this kill here, not even give them a chance to attack us. The maggot's dead in 2 turns. Get rid of his own stress. Hope to land a stun on the ghoul. Perfect. And the ghoul is considered unholy.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
The accuracy is super relevant against certain enemies.
The horror.
He took down our... He took down our torchlight, which we have to keep in mind. We need to keep it over 75.
A decisive pummeling.
One HP. Mad Hatter's doing a great job of just keeping our
The
stress
bigger
nice
the
and low.
beast, the greater the glory.
Man, look at these pickups. Huh. I guess we toss 1 anti-venom. I guess. Kind of reorganize our supplies so I can see what's going on. Alright, we still have plenty of area left to cover. The pool here, I'm pretty sure is holy water for the brackish tide pool. But we don't have any. It's either holy water or anti-venom, which of course we just like threw away. Let's keep doing what we're doing and touch it with Ross and see what happens. Okay, awesome. So we got a huge, like, series of resistances. I'll take that. But I'm pretty sure you get sick most of the time you touch that thing. And let's go for another invitation. Once again, not that bad of a fight if we can wrangle it correctly. I just wish we had a little bit more DPS. Like, all 4 of these characters don't really do damage in, like, their current states. That'll do. Right as I say that, he's like, oh yeah? What about this print, son? But basically what I'm saying is the Jester doesn't really do damage for us. He's more of a control guy. I was going to say, maybe we get lucky and crit again or somehow get the extra stun. The finale will guarantee the kill here. Our odds of stunning are low.
Impressive.
It's 3 crits in a row. That's awesome. Are we gonna bleed? A 0 heal with a bleed. Few things feel that bad.
Well struck.
Alright, give me my invitation.
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
So now we have 6, which is way more than enough to finish off the first epic level of the courtyard. I think when I did it the first time, I did it in 3 invitations. I had a lot of really good success with really strong, kind of higher level characters.
A powerful blow.
There we go. Let's get that damage on the first round. Excellent dodge. Gonna want to heal the Jester for sure. This is turning out to be an incredibly lucrative run for us. So he's dead, unless he gets a heal. Let's guarantee she dies before she does any more stress-related things. Let's go for a better heal this time. Nice, 18, okay. Still, we're unlucky with the bleed. 6 damage worth of bleed, though. It's alright. Targeting Brett is perfect. We'll just heal up with him this turn. Just keep that ballad rolling.
Inspiration.
The odds of us critting now are pretty huge. And we didn't get any crits. What the heck? The debuff is extra stress for 3 rounds. We can cheese this just a little bit, because we know we're going to get the kill here. Another jute tapestry?
Success so clearly in view.
Jeez, what are the odds?
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Speaking of the odds, this is a funny little thing that happened this morning. I was taking my my kids to school. I walk them to school every day, and there was a little girl getting out of her dad's car, and she fell backwards getting out onto her butt. And I live in South Texas. It's super hot out here right now. It's super dry. And she fell in the one spot. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh god. Wasted a torch. I just wanted to open that up and see if we could get some extra supplies. I meant to raise the torchlight. But she fell backwards out of the car onto what otherwise would have been very dry dirt. But because of the sprinklers running in the morning, she fell in the only spot, the literal only spot, where there was a tiny little, like, circle of mud, and she fell right into it. I felt so bad because she was crying. And her dad was like this guy, he didn't want to get out of the car, he was kind of mad about it, and I was just like, as I was walking by, I was like, yep, she fell in the one puddle of mud, man. And then he kind of like begrudgingly got out of his car to like help her and wipe off her legs and stuff. And I think he ended up taking her home to
Packs laden with loot
to clean
are
off,
often low on supplies.
which I think was the right move. So I hate to throw away this gold, but this is 1,500, and this is, doing math, on 2,250. So that's, you know, much more than the 1,750 we're going to get. And we're still using our other supplies. We could consider tossing torches.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
Yeah, let's get greedy.
We require only the
We're
strength
almost
to
done.
follow it.
We know we have a battle here. Glad we kept the shovels. We're going to use the shovels to open that up. And definitely the best way to get past the Crusher is with Blight. Wow, check out the damage on that dude. Ooh. Very good to get rid of one of the enemies before the battle even technically starts. And we're going to really have to heal. I was really hoping he wouldn't go for him. But Arterial Pinch is just a giant bleed. And thankfully, the Jester resisted it. So let's just keep the Blight rolling. Keep his resistance at 0. A 4 crit. Alright, that's terrible. I'm pretty sure this item is useless on him. I would love it if somebody could confirm that for me. Because his number of healing is random, I don't know if that does literally anything, increasing his healing numbers. Good dodge. That was a really good dodge considering he's got minus 25 dodge. I'm really happy he was able to slide forward there because I was going to use the chain.
The wounds of war can be healed.
Alright, much better.
But never hidden.
Keep on buffing. Excellent crit. And the side benefit to crits, other than just doing more damage, is that it really adds to your party's stress relief. If you're rolling just crit after crit after crit, your party will have no stress. And I mean, some of our lack of stress definitely comes from the Jester using his, you know, ability, but a lot of it just comes from us having an increased chance to crit and then getting the relief from that. That's a dead crab, correct? Yes. A little bit overkill. We could have used him to heal himself.
Sedated.
And I wouldn't mind getting the kill on someone.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Wow, we don't have room for any of this. Do we toss food? That's like the height of greediness. What's this? Another Journal of Darius. Yeah, we could toss food. We might actually be done once we finish this. next room coming up. And we're not going to do anything to get extra gold. Something like that. Nice little organization there. Yeah. And if there's no secret room or anything, then we'll just we'll toss our keys. Doesn't matter.
To fall for such a little thing. A bite of bread.
That's it, we're done. We can continue adventuring. Let's just see what this last curio is. Maybe we want to take the fight. Now, something I didn't consider is that the thing is here, and we didn't fight it yet.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
Toss that. Do we want this last fight? Unless it's literally the thing, we should be able to handle it. Alright, not super happy to see a stun there. Let's bolster. It's one of those fights that could go long, depending on how long it takes us to get rid of the stinger and the maggot. And then we can just really focus down the crusher. The thing about the crusher is the bleed that he stacks is enormous. It's like 8, I think. And whenever he hits you, sometimes he hits you for massive damage, and you get stunned as well. No stun here would be awesome because we'll probably kill him. Let's see if we can land a stun. Very good. The maggot's a bit annoying. Because we don't have a great way to deal with him at the moment. I was thinking about just using Finale on him. Start beating on him, I guess. This thing has 75 protection, but this has 50. It also has -4 speed. I think that's the first time I've ever noticed that. It's pretty funny. I don't know if I've ever seen anything have a negative speed attribute. Alright, one more hit. Still need to hit this guy one more time, too. He's got 9 life, but only 8 blight. And this is kind of how I like to play the Abomination for the most part, is without transforming him. But this is a great party to transform the Abomination because we have the Jester here to help. I would say another pretty good party. Oh my god, we have 18 bleed. Change out maybe the Men-at-Arms for like the Crusader.
Monster's size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
So we're going to pick up that gold, 1 portrait. Yeah, we can leave 1 portrait. It's arguable that we could like toss the blood or something just because we don't need it yet, but we could very easily find ourselves kind of
its morbid
drowning in
aspect,
cursed heroes.
this twisted, cavernous maze seems almost traversable.
That was quite the run. These 3 jute tapestries, very unexpected. You normally go several weeks without even seeing one, and then we just get like 3 in one run. That's crazy. Decent pickup. I mean, that's a lot of gold for us. Plus, you have to consider, you know, all of our interest from the bank. We're just going to sell this. And, you know, just a good number of heirlooms. We didn't get to fight the thing, though. We might go right back into the cove, to be honest. Because we do want to level it. It's one of our, I think, our lowest level dungeon areas.
Woe to the sheep. Or does the absence of the shepherd not invite the wolves?
The abbot has sequestered himself in the wine cellar, ostensibly to consider how best to help his parishioners cope with the deluge of godless horrors that plague these lands. We could almost run it back, the exact same group. But before we like settle on doing that, let's see. Okay, so we have some cool options here. We can kind of like get some freebie levels. So dismiss this guy. Man, he's got decent skills and really not bad ones. But let's dismiss.
Suffer not the lame horse, nor the broken man.
And we'll just grab one at a level higher. He's got fading. Ooh, that's real bad. Natural swing and evasive. So he's got evasive and fading. Okay, they kind of counter each other. Do we need a level 3 plague doctor? It's a decent question. We have a level 1 crusader somehow. I don't think so. We have one plague doctor at level 5. Okay. And what about... So this is something that's aggravating me right now. Bondeville has ANSI. So I hate to pay for negative quirk removal on these types of characters. But I keep checking, and he's the only like stress-relieving character we're getting. So the transept is closed. I don't really think we need that much stress relief. So unfortunate that we kind of get that, the cost reduction. Let's just put him in there and get him down to 0. And we'll worry about, you know, getting rid of that quirk later. Hopefully we can just exchange him for another one. I don't know what I'm doing for a second. Okay. Let's see what's still here. So, he's moved up to the ruins. I was really hoping to fight him today. And we could go and fight the Siren. Not a bad idea. But I don't like that item. It's a Hellion item. Take a second to look at it. Hell's Hairpin. It basically wants you to fight in the dark, which I generally don't do very much. Unless I'm just trying to get rich on like a particular run with a really strong party. Otherwise, I don't play like darkness builds. You can though. You just have to have like every item. Or we could go into the ruins and try and level up the ruins. So basically we'd be doing a long veteran run. And we'd be getting the sculptor's tools, one of the most useless items in the game. There's only one stonework. Actually, no, I think there's 2 stonework enemies in the game. I think the gargoyles count as stonework. And the other one is a boss in the courtyard. Man. Decisions. I kind of just want to go and fight a boss. And this group was fun. Ravino went up to... Man, Perfectionist is really bad. He went up to level 4. I mean, that's cool. The thing about the Siren fight is you want to have people who... Stunning is very good, which this party has. So if someone gets mind controlled by the Siren, you can stun them to keep them from hitting you, and it doesn't do a lot of damage to them. You also want people who are okay in multiple positions. So let's... Wow, if you switch it that way, they don't have the name. Interesting. Even though I think this is like a superior position. Yeah, we definitely want to switch those out too. This could be good as well. Let's go for the weakening curse. So this party really has a lot of good things going for it against the Siren. And if the Siren ever takes the Jester, we're just like laughing because the Jester won't do anything. It has no offensive abilities other than Finale, which, you know, hopefully we'll get to use before she does. So I'm tempted to run it back with this same team. Hopefully you guys, that doesn't aggravate you at all. I think it's a pretty good idea. If we're going to use the Ethereal Crucifix, I think honestly I would want to change out Ross here for someone stronger. This is a boss battle. Perhaps someone like, maybe not Behemoth. Someone with the ability to move, but like a tanky frontliner. Or even someone like Stefan who could like do some of this business. I kind of like Xenophon with Holy Lance. It gives us the stun. It gives us some additional stress relief and heal. Yeah, I like that. Okay. And he, you know, he's another level 4, so he gets to pack that punch. Did we take the items off of, what's his name? Ross. Where'd you go, buddy? I don't think we did. Okay, okay. Does that work? It doesn't. Oh my god. Alright, alright, alright. I'm trying not to hit the button to remove everything because I don't want to have to sort with the rest of the guys and do that whole thing all over again. So I was trying to cut corners and I ended up just taking forever. All because I'm just constantly hitting the wrong buttons. Basically, I just wanted to switch over the items here. Ancestral Scroll is pretty good on a healing Crusader. Could also go for more damage. I think I'd rather have the damage on him than the protection. He's already has like enormous HP. Do we have good camping skills? Probably not. See, it's the Zealous Vigil. That's one that we want. Okay. We want to make sure that we have the ability to keep ourselves from being ambushed. So we're going to do something we haven't done. I don't know if at all quite yet. We're going to come into here and unlock Zealous Vigil. So remap camping skills. Yeah, you can only have 4 active at a time. So right now we're good. And I think I'm not going to spend too much more on that. But Brett, for instance, can give himself stress and lower everyone else's. I don't think I see any of those as being particularly useful right now. And Mad Hatter, okay. I try not to use the ones that have very random effects. At least not to consistently use those. Happy to level up Mad Hatter. And with that comes a whole new set of abilities. Finale, I guess we're going to want to unlock. I wish we had more uses per battle. So, I mean, they really want you to use it like a Finale. We could consider using the Dirk Stab instead of Solo as a way to move around. Just so we have a little bit more damage. That's not unequipped. It's sorted by rarity. I keep making all these weird misclicks because I haven't played in a while. We're sorting by rarity. I want to sell this to add that to the pool. maximize our interest. It's a tiny amount, but everything helps, I guess. Our collection grows. Let's embark. Actually, you know what, guys? I'm looking at the time right now. This video has run very long. And I can't believe that because I guess I've just been talking the whole time. I'm very worried about YouTube screwing up my video again. That was pretty much a nightmare. So I might cut this video short here. And just look forward to tomorrow. We'll go into the cove and we'll take out the siren. Yeah, we're ready to go. So I won't have to do anything. I won't have to talk. We're getting close to that like hour mark. We're at like 50 minutes. And fighting the siren is going to take at least 25 to 30 minutes, something like that. So that'll make this video like an hour and a half-ish, which it seems like YouTube does not like. So I'm going to try and keep them short, about the hour mark. And since we're already prepared, tomorrow we'll be able to jump right in, knock it out, and then we'll see what we have from there. And whatever we do, we'll try and do it quickly. I want to get you guys 2 runs in each episode at least, so like 2 weeks worth. And yeah, so that's my general plan. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Goodtalk Gaming, and maybe we'll even be able to track down the thing from the stars in one of these episodes. And since I have the book right next to me, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys a knock-knock joke. All right, this is a good one. Knock-knock. Who's there? Isabel. Isabel who? Isabel broken? That's why I knocked. There you go. That's your daily dose of funny. All right, y'all. Take it easy. And like I said, I'll see you in the next one. Later.